Hey there everyone, it's GG Sober Sun up under the pavilion here because it's raining off and on. I don't mind walking in it, but I'd rather not have my phone exposed to the elements. May 18th. Thought for the day from the 24 Hours a Day book. We're in AA for two main reasons: to keep sober ourselves and to keep others help others to keep sober. It's a well-known fact that helping others is a big part of keeping sober yourself. It's also been proved that it's very hard to keep sober all by yourself. A lot of people have tried it and failed. They come to a few AA meetings and then stay sober alone for a few months, but usually they eventually get drunk. Do I know that I can't stay sober successfully alone? Well, as I mentioned during yesterday's message, that I thought I had graduated spiritually from AA. See, it was more than me just saying I could do it alone. I thought I had graduated. I thought that was the point of AA, was to get you in touch with a higher power. And I knew who my higher power was, and I knew where his house was. Effectively, this is what I thought anyway. So I went to his house, and it worked until it didn't. As I mentioned yesterday or the day before, that the trials of life mounted up, and I realized that my faith was not large enough to handle what I was going through. I didn't drink, but some other behaviors that I had set aside for a time came back, and my weight increased, and it was pretty bad. My health decreased. At any rate, do I know that I can't stay sober successfully alone? Yeah. I've known plenty of people who have stayed sober for a number of years, but they got into that black and white thinking, and in AA they often refer to it as being dry drunk. And initially I didn't know what that meant until I was sober about 7 years, and I went to a meeting in England, like my first meeting I went to in England, and this woman who had like 3 months of sobriety said something about, I'm still acting exactly the same, batshit crazy, making all terrible decisions and things like that. I'm a dry drunk. And I was like, oh, okay, that's what that means. I thought it meant you felt the effects of alcohol without drinking. It's more the mindset of an alcoholic without drinking. Because the person who drank will drink again. And it is the mindset. It is that victim mentality, that black and white thinking, the thinking like, I can never get ahead. All that loser victim thinking. So that's what I would prefer to avoid. Meditation for the day. Look by faith into that place beyond space and time where God dwells, and whence you came, and to which you shall eventually return. Look unto him and be saved, quote unquote. To look beyond material things is within the power of everyone's imagination. Faith's look saves you from despair. Faith's look saves you from worry and care. Faith's look brings a peace beyond all understanding. Faith's look brings you all the strength you need. Faith's look gives you a new and vital power and a wonderful peace and serenity. Faith's look. It's kind of wordy, but I get it. Peace and serenity is what is necessary for long-term sobriety. All that stuff I talked about earlier leads to hopelessness and futility, as it says in the big book. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may have faith's look. I pray that by faith I may look beyond the now to eternal life. I agree, but we want to live each day fully and to the best of our ability. There's that tension between what we have to do to stay sober. But it's not work, really. When you have faith in a power greater than you, that the exercise of faith is really no different than feeding yourself. And as I've mentioned before, when a healthy person is feeding themselves, it doesn't seem like work. And so that's what it is. A will to survive, a will to thrive, even if you're eating the right things. So, and that's what I'm all about these days. And I'm reaping the rewards for sure, with peace and serenity and vitality and a host of friends. And it's something I wouldn't want anyone to miss. So keep coming back. Thanks for letting me share. I love you. Look up, aim up, and rise up. Hello, bird. Pelican.